Stress effectively. Stress is a natural part of life. It's your body's way of responding to challenges, whether they're physical, mental, or emotional. While some stress can be helpful, pushing you to perform under pressure or motivating you to meet deadlines, too much stress, especially when unmanaged, can take a toll on your mental and physical health. Managing stress effectively is a cornerstone of mental strength, allowing you to stay calm, focused, and resilient, no matter what life throws your way. The first step to managing stress is understanding its source. Stress often arises when you feel overwhelmed, unprepared, or out of control. Take a moment to identify what's causing your stress. Is it a looming deadline, a difficult conversation you've been avoiding, or perhaps it's a combination of smaller worries piling up? Once you pinpoint the source, you can take actionable steps to address it. Remember, clarity is the first step to control. One of the most effective ways to manage stress is to break tasks into smaller, manageable steps. When you're faced with a large project or a complex problem, it's easy to feel paralyzed by the magnitude of the challenge. Instead of trying to tackle everything at once, divide it into smaller parts and focus on one step at a time. This not only makes the task feel less overwhelming, but also gives you a sense of progress with each step you complete. Practicing deep breathing and relaxation techniques is another powerful way to reduce stress. When you're stressed, your body enters a state of fight or flight, which can lead to shallow breathing, increased heart rate, and tension. Taking a few minutes to practice deep, intentional breaths can signal to your body that it's safe to relax. Try inhaling deeply through your nose for a count of 4, holding your breath for 4 counts, and exhaling slowly for a count of 6. Repeat this process a few times to calm your mind and body. Another essential aspect of stress management is prioritizing self-care. Often, when we're stressed, self-care is the first thing to go, but neglecting your needs only adds to the problem. Make time for activities that rejuvenate you, whether it's going for a walk, reading a book, meditating, or spending time with loved ones. Regular exercise is particularly effective at reducing stress because it releases endorphins, the body's natural stress relievers. Building a support system is also crucial for managing stress. Sharing your thoughts and feelings with a trusted friend, family member, or mentor can lighten your emotional load. Sometimes, simply talking about what's bothering you can bring relief and provide a fresh perspective on the situation. If needed, don't hesitate to seek professional help. Therapists and counselors can offer valuable tools and guidance for navigating stressful times. Time management plays a significant role in stress reduction as well. Feeling rushed or behind schedule can amplify stress levels. Create a realistic schedule that allows you to prioritize your most important tasks while also leaving room for breaks and downtime. Learn to say no to commitments that don't align with your priorities. Remember, your time and energy are limited resources. Spend them wisely. Stress management also involves adopting a mindset of acceptance and adaptability. Not everything in life is within your control, and resisting what you can't change only adds to your stress. Instead, focus on what you can control: your actions, reactions, and perspective. Practice letting go of the need for perfection and embrace flexibility. Life is full of uncertainties, but your ability to adapt makes you stronger. Cultivating a sense of gratitude can also help mitigate stress. When you're feeling overwhelmed, take a moment to reflect on what's going well in your life. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right, creating a sense of balance and perspective. Even in challenging times, there's always something to be thankful for. Don't underestimate the power of rest and recovery. Chronic stress can drain your energy and affect your mental clarity, so it's essential to prioritize quality sleep and take breaks when needed. Rest isn't a sign of weakness. It's a necessary part of staying strong and effective. Listen to your body and give it the care it deserves. Managing stress effectively is a skill that takes practice and intentionality, but it's one of the most valuable skills you can develop. When you learn to handle stress, you free yourself from the chaos it creates and gain the ability to approach life's challenges with a clear mind and steady heart. With the right tools and mindset, stress becomes not an obstacle, but an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Chapter 9. Build resilience through failure. Failure is an inevitable part of life, but how you respond to it determines whether it becomes a roadblock or a stepping stone. Mentally strong people view failure not as the end, but as a critical part of the journey towards success. Building resilience through failure is about shifting your mindset, learning from setbacks, and using them as opportunities for growth. It's about embracing challenges, persevering through difficulties, and becoming stronger with every stumble. The first step in building resilience through failure is to reframe how you perceive it. Many people associate failure with weakness, inadequacy, or defeat. This belief can lead to fear of trying, avoidance of challenges, and self-doubt. But failure is not the opposite of success. It's a necessary ingredient. Every great achievement is built on a foundation of setbacks, mistakes, and lessons learned. Think of failure as feedback, a way to discover what doesn't work so you can find what does. When you start to see failure as a teacher, it loses its power to intimidate you. One of the most important things you can do after experiencing failure is to reflect on it. Take time to analyze what happened and why. Ask yourself, what went wrong? What could I have done differently? What did I learn from this experience? By answering these questions honestly, you gain valuable insights that can guide your future actions. Reflection turns failure into a powerful tool for growth and self-improvement. Resilience through failure also requires letting go of perfectionism. Many people struggle with the idea of failure because they set unrealistically high standards for themselves. They believe that anything less than perfection is unacceptable, which only increases the pressure to avoid mistakes. But perfection is an illusion, and the pursuit of it often leads to procrastination, burnout, and fear of taking risks. Instead, focus on progress over perfection. Accept that mistakes are part of the process and that each one brings you closer to your goals. Another key to building resilience is developing a growth mindset. This is the belief that your abilities, intelligence, and talents can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. People with a growth mindset view failure as an opportunity to improve rather than a reflection of their worth. They embrace challenges, persist in the face of setbacks, and see effort as a path to mastery. To cultivate a growth mindset, start by replacing negative self-talk with positive, empowering statements. Instead of saying, "I'm not good at this," try saying, "I'm still learning, and I'll get better with practice." Support from others can also play a crucial role in building resilience. Failure can feel isolating, but you don't have to face it alone. Reach out to friends, family, mentors, or colleagues who can offer encouragement, advice, and perspective. Talking about your experiences can help you process them more effectively and remind you that failure is something everyone goes through. Sharing your struggles can also strengthen your connections with others, creating a sense of community and support. Resilience through failure also involves taking action. When faced with setbacks, it's easy to fall into the trap of overthinking, dwelling on what went wrong, or doubting your abilities. But the best way to move past failure is to keep going. Take what you've learned from the experience and apply it to your next steps. Even small actions can build momentum and restore your confidence. Remember, resilience isn't about avoiding failure. It's about getting back up every time you fall. It's also important to celebrate your progress, even in the face of failure. Recognize the effort you've put in, the risks you've taken, and the courage it took to try. Celebrate the lessons you've learned and the growth you've experienced. By focusing on these positives, you shift your attention away from what you didn't achieve and toward what you did. Practice self-compassion. Failure can be emotionally challenging, leading to feelings of disappointment, frustration, or self-criticism. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding during these times. Remind yourself that failure is a natural part of life and that it doesn't define your worth. Give yourself permission to feel disappointed, but don't let it consume you. Self-compassion allows you to recover more quickly and approach future challenges with a renewed sense of determination. Building resilience through failure is a journey that requires patience, courage, and persistence. It's about embracing the challenges, learning from your mistakes, and continuing to move forward. Every failure you encounter has the potential to teach you something valuable and to strengthen your character. With each setback, you become more resilient, more capable, and more prepared for whatever comes next. Remember, resilience isn't about never failing. It's about never giving up. Chapter 10. Foster a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities, intelligence, and potential are not fixed traits, but can be developed through dedication, effort, and learning. This mindset is the foundation of mental strength, resilience, and success. When you foster a growth mindset, you open yourself up to possibilities, embrace challenges, and see failures as opportunities to grow. Cultivating this mindset takes intentional practice, but it can transform every aspect of your life. The first step to fostering a growth mindset is recognizing and challenging fixed mindset thoughts. A fixed mindset is the belief that your talents and abilities are set in stone, that you're either good at something or you're not. This way of thinking creates fear of failure and limits your willingness to take risks. For example, you might think, "I'm just not a math person," or "I'll never be good at public speaking." To shift to a growth mindset, replace these thoughts with ones like, "I can improve with practice," or "I haven't mastered this yet, but I'm capable of learning." Another key element of a growth mindset is embracing challenges. People with a fixed mindset often avoid difficult tasks because they fear looking incompetent or failing. However, challenges are where growth happens. When you step out of your comfort zone, you push your limits, learn new skills, and build confidence in your abilities. Start by reframing challenges as opportunities. Instead of thinking, "This is too hard," tell yourself, "This is a chance to grow stronger." Fostering a growth mindset also means viewing effort as a pathway to mastery rather than a sign of inadequacy. In a fixed mindset, people often believe that if they're truly talented, they shouldn't have to work hard. This belief undermines progress and leads to frustration when success doesn't come easily. In contrast, a growth mindset recognizes that effort is essential to improvement. Every hour you spend practicing, every setback you overcome, and every mistake you learn from brings you closer to your goals. Celebrate the effort you put into your growth. It's a sign of strength, not weakness. Failure is another area where a growth mindset shines. In a fixed mindset, failure is seen as proof of inadequacy, which can lead to fear, avoidance, and stagnation. But in a growth mindset, failure is viewed as feedback. It's an opportunity to learn what doesn't work and make adjustments. When you fail, ask yourself, "What did I learn from this? How can I use this experience to improve?" By embracing failure as a natural part of growth, you remove its power to hold you back. Feedback from others is also a valuable tool for fostering a growth mindset. While criticism can feel uncomfortable, it's often the key to improvement. Instead of becoming defensive or discouraged, approach feedback with curiosity and openness. Ask yourself, what can I take from this to become better? The ability to receive and apply constructive criticism is a hallmark of a growth mindset. Surrounding yourself with positive influences can also help you develop a growth mindset. Seek out mentors, friends, or colleagues who inspire you to grow and challenge you to reach higher. Avoid environments or people who reinforce fixed mindset beliefs, such as those who focus solely on natural talent or dismiss the value of hard work. When you're surrounded by growth-oriented individuals, their mindset will naturally influence yours. Another important practice for fostering a growth mindset is gratitude. Acknowledge the progress you've made, the challenges you've overcome, and the opportunities you've had to learn. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, creating a positive cycle of motivation and growth. Keep a journal to reflect on your daily wins and the lessons you've learned. It's a simple habit that reinforces a growth-oriented perspective. Self-compassion is also vital in developing a growth mindset. Growth is a process, and setbacks are inevitable. Instead of beating yourself up when you fall short, treat yourself with kindness and encouragement. Remind yourself that progress takes time and that every step, no matter how small, is a step forward. Self-compassion helps you stay resilient in the face of challenges and keeps you motivated to keep learning and improving. Adopt the mantra, yet. When faced with a challenge or skill you haven't mastered, add the word yet to your thoughts. For example, I don't understand this concept yet, or I'm not good at this yet. This simple shift reminds you that growth is a journey and that your current abilities are not your final destination. Fostering a growth mindset is one of the most empowering shifts you can make in your life. It transforms how you approach challenges, handle setbacks,